Hello, fellow Speechy. Speech Dude here. I am super excited to share with you this dynamic new tool so you can finally get an accurate assessment for your autistic students. Now, I know you're probably asking yourself, what in the wide world of sports is inside of this mysterious assessment? I know you're thinking, does it work in tandem with what I'm currently doing? And is it difficult to use? I've got some great news for you. I'm going to answer all of those questions inside of this video. So let's dive right in and explore the components. The DASEL is made up of 4 primary pieces. It comes with the student assessment form to build on strengths and interests. It comes with the parent-caregiver feedback form, which is imperative for building trust and a connection with the family, the teacher feedback form, and the therapist observation charts. In addition to that, you're going to get supplemental videos for social emotional learning and some suggested questions. They each have their own use, but together they're going to paint the best picture to accurately assess your students, and you're going to walk into these IEP meetings feeling confident, and you're going to be crafting some amazing goals. It's super easy to use, and the data that you collect is extremely easy to read. So when you purchase the DASEL, what's going to happen is you're going to get a PDF file, and it's going to give you links of each of those components as well as video tutorials. So let's talk about the student assessment. The student assessment is a digital interactive assessment that the students are actually going to enjoy taking. It's nothing like the previous standardized assessments that you've used in the past. Those assessments don't thoroughly explore the students' social emotional needs. They also use negative language, and they don't focus on the students' strengths and interests. They focus solely on the students' deficiencies. You've probably been in your office where the student comes in, they're like, oh gosh, I have to take a test again. They put their head down. You're looking up at the clock. Your anxiety's through the roof. Nobody's having fun in that situation. The DASEL uses positive neurodiversity affirming language. It helps you to find your students' strengths and encourages them to express their interests based on what they input in section 1. And then it moves into section 2, where you'll learn what your autistic students want in a friendship versus advising autistic students into a neurotypical style friendship. There's some data that we used that was backed by speech pathologist Aaron Finke on that subject. Then it transitions into section 3, where the students will actually assess themselves, and they'll go dive deeper into their intrinsic motivators and the beliefs about who they are. And that's gold for you as an SLP, because it helps the students feel like they're part of their own therapy, which means they're more willing and even more excited to be engaged and participate into coming in to the speech room and to meet their own goals. Also included are a collection of video clips that are awesome, highly engaging. They include some commercials and still photos for you to use as part of the informal assessment. There are 5 pages of suggested questions you can use for targeting things such as inferencing, perspective taking, problem solving, and some other nonverbal language type cues. Okay, now the next form is the teacher form. This short form gives you insight into who your students are when they're not with you in the speech office. All you need to do is send one email out to everybody to get your critical information about things such as, does the student self-advocate? What's the student's ability like when they are in small groups, and other things of that nature. The form is super easy and super simple to fill out. It only takes about 1 or 2 minutes for the teacher. And since it's digital, there's no need to stuff stacks of paper into their mailboxes, and there's no need to clutter your desk either. And here's what's really cool. When the teachers do complete the forms, you'll get instant access to the results in a simple dashboard with easy to read charts that will give you a bird's eye view of each student's needs. This makes it incredibly easy to create better, more well-rounded goals for your students based on more credible data. You'll be able to set your students up with new goals that are more precise and lead to a better tomorrow. And you'll have more confidence and data to back you up when you go into these IEP meetings. Now let's move to the caregiver parent form. This form helps you easily grab important information about your student from the person or the people who they spend the most time with. Parents love, love, love this form. It makes them feel like they're a bigger part of their child's therapy. And that's really good for the relationship you have with them. When the parents get these forms from you, it makes them think, my kid's speech pathologist really cares about my child and goes above and beyond for them. And that can have a really positive impact on your parent meetings, on all of these IEP meetings that you have. And last but not least is the therapist observation form. You can use your phone, you can go in with a tablet into any environment, and you can discreetly grab important social emotional data. The great thing about this is that the students don't even realize you're doing it. You can do it and observe them at lunchtime in unstructured settings such as PE, passing period. And since it's right there at the fingertips of your hand, you have the data right then and there. Push away all of that messy paperwork because you're going to quickly have your results right in a responses dashboard. It's amazing. So as you can tell, there's a lot in here, but I promise you are going to love it. Everything is simple and easy to use. And yes, you can use it in tandem with what you're already doing. It's meant to fill the social emotional gap that standardized assessments leave behind. I created the DASEL because it's our responsibility to give these kids the best therapy we possibly can. No more inaccurate assessments that lead to faulty goals. No more making your autistic students feel like they're on a chopping block when it comes time to come to your office. So how about it? Join me and over 800 other SLPs in evolving the way we assess our autistic students. Because more accurate assessments lead to more precise goals, and more precise goals lead to engaged, thriving students, and you being a happy, purposeful SLP. Please do not go back into inaccurate assessments to where it'll lead to your stress and the stress of your students. All you have to do is click the link below, get the DASEL, and start using it right away. I'm super excited for you. I will see you inside. Cheers.